Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be playing a fun game I like when like you are first living at home. It's perfect for this. So what you're going to want to do is just take everything that's left in your fridge after it's been a week and you haven't gone grocery shopping because you don't know how to budget, and we're just going to make not a stew, but in the same spirit as a stew, where you just kind of throw everything remaining in your fridge into like a pan and just kind of see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna walk you through it. First helpful hint, when you're cooking with a pan, like this one, you're gonna wanna use pan. This is the only pot I have left clean either, so we're just gonna make it work. You're just gonna get it on an even coat, just an even Steven coat, okay? Yes. Next step, you wanna put your oven, or I mean, what is cooking? A stove on high, because high gets the fastest results I've found. I don't really know how to use the numbering system on the stove, but high, you get cooking, and you get cooking quick. Alright, the first ingredient I'm going to be using tonight is spinach, because I buy a crap ton of it, despite the fact that I will never eat it before its expiration date. But sometimes when you can't really afford alcohol, you kind of want to just let all your food ferment until it kind of forms into alcohol, and that fermentation really gets the buzz you're looking for. So, yeah. Alright, so we got our spinach now. One fun thing is I like to take this amount because I feel like a bowl's amount of greens is like appropriate for a day. I went to nursing school. I probably know the correct amount of like iron and crap you should, and calcium and stuff, but a bowl. I also have a lot of eggs that I haven't like been effectively using at correct intervals. So I got like 18 to start with, and I've used 4, and they're like gonna expire soon, so we're just gonna try to use as many of these little fellas as we can in this dish. Conveniently, all that I have left in my fridge is sparkling water, deli meat, and a bag of sharp cheddar that I've just been kind of munching on with my fingers from time to time. So with what we have, it looks like we have somewhat of an omelet. So we're gonna call this an omelet. Okay, so for this next part, I'm gonna use an aerial view because this video's got sponsors. Been trying to be humble about it lately, my channel's really been blowing up, like bam, 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 like sponsors everywhere, oh my god. But you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and brag that we have gotten a few new angles in the shot, like we're getting that money, we're getting that AdSense, it's life is good. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do now is, because you've taken way too long to do this stupid video, your pan has kind of just become a black greasy oil, and that is not probably good for you, but we're just gonna ignore it and cover it up like makeup. So it's back on high, and what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna do like just a nice even layer of these little eggy weggies. Wow, those are brown. So I think I'm just gonna use like 4, even though I'm gonna be throwing away a lot. No, we'll go with 5 eggs. All right. Just kind of, beat the yolk. Okay, next add your veggies, which is the only redeemable part of doing any of what we're doing right now. Kind of mix them around, get that diversity vote. We're showing up to the Oscars with lots of color. No more whites only Oscars. We're getting some diversity up in this joint. I like to be topical. If you're wondering why I'm talking about the Oscars, it was Oscar Sunday last night, and we're just gonna, kind of like the Oscars does, we're just gonna ham fist it, like you got some ham, you got a fist, ham fist it, beat the audience with the message that is so easy to convey. Well, your audience is dumb, they don't get it, so ham it, make it real hammy. Alright, now that you've really just beat it to death, you know, that whole Oscars joke, we're gonna kind of mix it around. This is not looking great. But, just like the Oscars too, even though there's a lot of nominees and a lot going on, there's never really much substance. Let's just call this the Oscars dinner. That is the title of this dish. A lot of stuff going on. The things that should be there are there, but they're just not working out. So we're just gonna throw a bunch of mediocre stuff and try to make it look presentable. Alright, so coming back into our budget, we do have Sargento. You know, when you get that sponsorship, you can really just go for the top tier brands here and get a lot of cheese in there, because let's be honest, this needs help, you know? It needs a lot of help. Alright, so getting back to the theme of the Oscars, now that we have, in fact, oh, that is burnt! So getting back to the theme of the Oscars, now that we've got our cheese in there, we've really just got a whole bunch of cheesy stuff. People know, people get it, you know, like people get it. Not only do we have a lot of diversity and fake, progressive things happening in this meal, we're also going to make it really cheesy, you know? Because it's one thing to bash your audience, but it's also a whole nother thing to just flat out insult them. And much like the Oscars, they just don't respect what they're serving, to whom they're serving. And we're just, honestly, just not going to respect our body tonight. We're just going to serve it up, let it happen, and call it a night, and pat ourselves on the back for doing something today other than laying in bed, much like Hollywood does. Hey guys, so if you've managed to stay through to the end of this video, here is the finished product. It is, it's hot. And that is the simplest definition of cooking. I heated something up until it looked like something different than it was. So, yeah. Okay. It's not that bad.